So for my next trick, I need a shuffle pack of playing cards. And for this effect, I need the spectator to pick a card. So please call out stop. Here or sure? Okay, perfect. Now, do you want to take the bottom card over here or do you want to stay with the top one? The top card or sure? Okay, perfect. Now I want you to take the card, look at it, memorize it, and of course if you want to, you can sign it. In this case we have here the King of Diamonds. Okay, and I'm just gonna leave it on the table for a second. Now, every card in a pack of playing cards, for example the 9 of clubs, has a matching card. The matching card of the 9 of clubs, for example, would be the 9 of spades, because they have the same color and the same value. And so does the King of Diamonds. The King of Diamonds has a soulmate. It is the King of Hearts, because they have the same color and the same value. The idea is this. I want to make the matching card of the King of Diamonds disappear. To make this happen, I just have to use some magic. Watch this. And just like that, one card in the whole pack should have been disappeared. And if you look carefully, you can see that there is one card that has disappeared. It is now blank. And of course, if you want, you can take the deck yourself and check if you can find the King of Hearts. But of course, you won't, because it is here. But there's a little problem. I want to use this deck for other tricks too, and I can't go on with a missing King of Hearts and with a blank card. Because of that, I can reprint the blank card, and I would have here now the King of Hearts. And now I can go on with this deck and perform some more magic. And of course, if you want to, you can keep the kings as a souvenir. So here is the explanation for this effect. For this trick, you need a blank card or a joker. Okay, I prefer to use a blank card, but just in case you don't have a blank card at home, you can use a joker. You would just say that it is a wild card and that it can be changed into any card in the pack. Okay, and for this effect, you need 2 matching cards. I prefer to use the King of Hearts and the King of Diamonds, but of course you can use any 2 of a kind you wish. Now the setup is very simple. You just place the top card, the blank card on top, then one of the kings on top and the other king underneath the pack. And that's your whole setup. To get started, you can give the card some shuffles, but you have to maintain the order of the cards. And then you're going to riffle force the top card or the bottom card. Okay, this is going to be the choice of the spectator. So you would basically swing cut the top half, catch a break. Okay, so you would have a break underneath the King of Diamonds and a break on top of the King of Hearts. Now you do the riffle force, so please say stop here, and then you split again the card at the pinky break here. Now you ask the spectator which card he wants, the top card or the bottom card. Now if the spectator wants the top card, you give the top card to the spectator and you move this pack to the bottom. Okay, so the other king has to ends up on the bottom of the pack. If the spectator picks the bottom card, you just give it to the spectator, move this pack to the bottom again, and since you want to end up with a king on the bottom, you just use a double undercut or any other technique to cut it to the bottom. Once you're here, you give the spectator now the selection, he can turn it over, and as he's looking at the card, you have to catch a break above the bottom card, which is now the King of Hearts here. Okay, so you have the break, and now you take the King of Diamonds, place it facing up on top of the pack, and of course you can have a spectator sign the card, and once it's memorized by the spectator, you have to transfer the pinky break to a thumb break like so. Now here is the only hard part of the trick. It is actually very simple to do, but it is kind of the only sneaky move during this whole trick. So you have the thumb break. Now you take the King of Diamonds and you use the whole pack over here to turn it around in your hand. And once you're here, you come underneath the pack for a split of a second, and that's the time for the card underneath the break to get dropped on top of it. Okay? So you would be here, the king is facing up on top, use the rest of the pack to turn it over, come underneath the pack for a split of a second, and now you drop it on top and you quickly square up the 2 cards, turn them around, and place them on the table, and be careful not to flash the second card underneath the king of diamonds. And just in case you're wondering, it is better to use a card mat for this effect, because if you have here a table like this one, it is possible that the card splits when you place it on the table. So a mat is very nice for this effect because they really stay together. Now, once they are here, he explained to the spectator that every card in the pack has a matching card. What I'm doing is I basically turn around the pack, and the first card here is the 4 of clubs. I just say the matching card of the 4 of clubs would be the 4 of spades, so I show them what the matching card is. And then I say that the king of diamonds has a matching card too, the king of hearts. And just a little tip, as you're seeing this, you could hold the pack facing down, so the spectator would see the backs. And then as you're seeing, so does the king of diamonds. The matching card of the king of diamonds would be the king of hearts. So you would just tap on a random card here, okay? So you would just say the king of hearts is still here, okay? But you don't show them to the spectator. However, once you have said that, you tell the spectator what you want to do. So you want to make the king of hearts, the matching card of the king of diamonds, disappear. As you're saying this, you swing cut the pack, so you cut the blank card into the center of the pack. Now you do just a magical gesture like snapping your fingers, clapping your hands, and then spread the pack facing up. And you just want the spectator to go through the pack and find the king of hearts, but of course they won't. And of course most of them will notice that there is one card which is blank. And at this point you say that one card has disappeared. And then you can close the spread, give the card to the spectator to check if the king of hearts is here. And then, as they're doing this, you pick up the double here and place the blank card out-jogged underneath this double here. Okay? And of course the spectator doesn't know that you have here a double. And at this point I prefer to say I can't go on with a deck which is missing a king of hearts and with a blank card. And because of that, I can reprint the blank card. And what I'm doing is very simple. I take the double, push it so it is flush with the blank card, okay? And then just peel the top card, the king of diamonds, back, okay? So now this is a double. Okay, so one more time. You're here, you push a double so it's square with the blank card, and then peel the top card back. Okay, and if you do it quick enough, it looks like you're printing the card. Now you basically take the cards, okay, take the double card, turn it around into your hand, and then the single card on top. Now, what I'm doing is I turn over all the cards, push the top 2 cards into my other hand to show them one more time, and then the single card on top, place them on top of the deck, and of course, if you want, you can give them to the spectator as a souvenir. If you want to do that, just hold the deck towards yourself so they don't see the blank card here. And then you would end up and go away. And that's basically the trick. It is a very nice trick and I hope you enjoyed it. That's it. See you next time.